LR, the liberal redneck here, coming to you from a world dumbfounded by how the Republican Party became the cult of Trump and fans of the Communist Party of Russia. Tail gunner Joe McCarthy is speechless. Of course, he is dead, but if alive, he would be having another heart attack. St. Ronnie of Reagan is spinning in his grave like a top on steroids. John F. Kennedy is silently screaming, "The Cuban Missile Crisis, you idiots!" First, it had to be a case of mass hysteria to pick a former reality TV show host as the leader of your party. No one in history was less qualified to lead a nation. His entire presidency was a never-ending scandal that continues even after the one-term wonder was sent packing in 2020. We have learned that it was Russia that put him into office by sabotaging our electoral process, and he has been groveling at their feet in sickening subjugation ever since. He publicly voices his extreme adulation of Vladimir Putin. Even today, by describing the disastrous invasion of Ukraine as genius. There's a mountain of circumstantial evidence indicating that Russia has some extremely damaging blackmail material they're using to manipulate the former president. His constant praising of Putin has caused the members of his cult to actually favor the Russian dictator over the president of the United States. That cult came into being as a direct result of how deftly the media was manipulated in the 2016 election. The constant outrageous claims made by the former president garnered a huge share of the election coverage. He was always on TV and showed that hatred was acceptable. Thus, the haters found their messiah, and the cult of Trump evolved. Fox News hitched their wagon to his star and rose to the top of the heap by giving him unprecedented exposure. Now that his star has faded, they cling to the hope that he will resurrect, so to speak. He loves Putin, so they love Putin, just like the rest of the rapidly dwindling cult. Molière would have turned this situation into a farce, and Shakespeare would have gone with a tragedy. For a brief period, Hitler forced Russia and the U.S. to become allies, but there was never any trust involved. The ideological differences are just too great. Democracy and communism are like oil and water. They simply do not mix. In our age of instant worldwide communication, the Russian people are seeing these differences play out in real time, and they are intrigued by the freedoms they see in America. It has been 100 years since Russia did away with their king. Perhaps the time has come for them to do away with their dictator. That could pave the way for a new understanding and a true relationship with America. Until then, it ain't going to happen. The former president's legal troubles will eventually cause his cult to fade back into the shadows, only to re-emerge in future history books as part of one of the darkest chapters in American politics. You can reach me with comments, questions, or suggestions at theliberalredneck@gmail.com, and you can listen to all of our podcasts at blogtalkradio.com/theliberalredneck. Thanks for watching.